Welcome to this interview video with Joanna, which is part of your ITSE Self-Understanding course. As you're watching, remember to pay particular attention to her voice tone, gestures, appearance, speed of delivery, and body language. This will help you answer the activity questions.
I remember working in a local pub and really loving the free chips from the kitchen. I adored the buzzy atmosphere and the chit-chat. I can't remember what I was paid, but I do remember that a taxi would collect me and drop me off at the end of the shift, and I thought that was absolutely fabulous. Probably my first flat in London, which I was able to afford at the time because I had savings from my time working overseas. It was a one-bed, split-level flat. I loved the window looking out over the rooftops and the balcony. I called it the Mary Poppins window. It was a really dodgy area, but quite central, and the investment has definitely stood me in good stead. Difficult one to answer that. I've always felt I've been lucky with opportunities and been able to take them up. There were moments when I wondered if I'd made the right decision, but life has turned out well, and I guess I've always had the ability to turn a wrong turning into an okay one, if not a right one. Mum's always been incredibly supportive. Dad was a bit more conservative and anxious, and I think he thought I was a bit mad and rash and so fearful for me. Loads of things, but at the moment the top of the list is a thoroughbred horse. I'm completely hooked on horse riding. Good coffee. I love the ritual of making it and the smell and finding really good independent roasting houses. Can't think of one. Balanced, probably a bit more of a saver than a spender, but love practicing the odd stuff it attitude and then making an extravagant purchase. When I lived overseas many years ago, I had absolutely nothing, no credit cards, and at that time having a bank account in the overseas countries I lived wasn't possible. Everything was paid in cash, so when my cash ran dry, I learned how it felt to be skint, and I learned how to live on very little. I always know exactly what's in the bank, and I have a clear idea of how any investments are or are not doing. As long as there's a roof over my head and some cash stashed for a rainy day, then I can cope. Fabulous handmade jacket, which I love. Always like to have some cash on me for bits and bobs, but otherwise I use cards.